I want to try and talk and do this the best I can and process all the nightmare.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
So we're putting this big AV experience in this van here.
Yes, sir.
And I want to know how you ended up getting the audio signal from that television that you got up there to the stereo.
Okay. So before we go too much further, it's a Mercedes. You got factory radio in here. They had an aftermarket radio down here where this box is. I've got a big old, it looks like a mess right now.
It's a mess.
They're going to get cleaned up. It's going to look pretty.
Right.
The box isn't here, but they had a aftermarket JVC radio here. They had auxiliary plugged into the back of the TV, ran up, ran down, split to RCA, and that was AV input on the radio. And it powered all of those speakers. I'm trying not to blind the camera.
Hey, you have a nice air conditioner around your neck there, Joe.
Oh, man, I wish. That's pretty funny. But, okay, so that radio was powering those 4 speakers back there, and these front speakers were just powered off the factory radio. They wanted everything powered off the factory radio. To do that, and to actually get signal to everything, we had to use a DSP. Because it only has left and right channels. We take left and right, and we don't have to channel some because it's full range, but we're able to divide those channels, front left, front right, rear left, rear right, sub, so on and so forth, and do crossovers and a ton of different things. If you don't know what a DSP is, definitely check out some of our videos and take a look into it. It's worth it.
That's a DSP.
And that is a baby DSP.
That's a baby. It's so cute.
But that's going to give you a world of a difference. And imagine if just that little guy can. Imagine what an 812 hi-fi can.
Oh yeah.
But nonetheless, we took the auxiliary from here, ran it up, ran it down, plugged it into the input on the DSP. Turn it on, working fine. Got sound. But you have to turn that all the way down, the radio, and then you can start turning this up. That way, it's working out the same thing. But when you turn this on, we started getting engine noise.
Oh.
So we had to use some, ground loop isolators, some filters, stuff like that. And before, they had engine noise, but they didn't have it amplified, so it's very little and minute to where you can't really hear it.
Right.
You add a couple hundred watts to the speakers, you're going to hear it. So now we have a new problem. We use the filters, and it's still there. It's still a nuisance, and it's just... It's there.
Yeah.
So to combat that, what we did is we took, let me unvelcro this to you. This little piece here.
Yeah.
We take in fiber optic, we take in power, and we send out RCA to the DSP. Well, it's powered by USB, and we take that and we plug it into the TV, and we ran everything down, and we still have engine noise. Got to thinking, realizing, oh, hey, the TV runs off of AC current, not AC. AC is dirty, it's noisy, and the TV, as efficient as it may be to give you audio out of here and a clean video, it doesn't do a great job filtering for power devices. The USB is more or less for data for a thumb drive or to power LED strip to give you some LEDs.
Right.
But when you add that power into a single processor, you're picking up that AC current and just feeding it back out through here.
You're amplifying all kinds of dirt.
Correct. So what we wound up doing was we took a fiber optic cable, ran it into here, took the power cable, instead of plugging it into the TV, we ran it up there, and this is where the power wire comes in. We're running it down to hook up to a DC. And completely eliminated all noise. Now this way, they have a TV, off the same speaker system of everything. I mean, absolutely everything. There's another bass knob down here that I have to run.
More work.
I have 2 bass knobs up there already. The far left one controls the front speakers. This way, the people in the back, they want to party. The driver doesn't have to listen to it at full freaking volume and being driven nuts trying to drive these guys. So he can turn down his volume and still have theirs. The other knob to the right is a bass knob for the sub. And then this knob...
There's no sub yet.
No, there's subs back there.
Oh, is there subs?
Oh yeah, it's hidden. It's underneath the seat.
Oh,
You got 2 weights back there.
sneaky.
Oh yeah, sneaky.
Sneaky.
But it's definitely there. And then this knob here, we're gonna have to run up front. I'm gonna find another location on the left side or somewhere. And what this knob will do,
So you'll have a TV knob,
TV volume knob,
a sub knob,
and a driver volume knob.
and a driver volume knob.
Yep. And that driver volume knob will still work even with the TV. So when they turn the radio all the way down, they can turn the TV volume up, and then he can even adjust his front volume for the TV as well. That way, I mean, if he wants to listen to the movie or whatever's going on, he can listen to it. And if he doesn't want to listen to it very dominantly up front, he can turn that down.
And all the crazy kids in the back can just party and all that. And he's up there like, man, I wish I was somewhere else.
Yeah. But pretty much. But the big thing is, like with the processor, I can give the driver imaging. I can give him a little bit of sound staging.
Yeah.
Give him a nice clean audio back there.
So he can be chilling.
And then back here, what I can do is, since I mean, you got people sitting here, I mean, all over the place. If I stand directly in the middle of these speakers, I'm equidistant apart. I get a false image right here. I get a general soundstage image. But if I'm sitting here facing that way, I'm closer to this speaker, and those are the furthest away, and it's going to sound really off. I got speakers behind me. Or if I sit all the way in the back, I'm kind of equidistant, and everything's in front of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, and I'm going to set up a mic in each one of these seats, sum them together, get a general summarized reading, and then generalize those down to get a flat response. So every seat, no matter where you sit, is going to be a clean, clear
It's going to sound
audio.
pretty good.
And you're not going to have a hot seat where, oh man, this seat is the best, or this seat is the absolute worst. I can't stand it because everything's right here. It's killing my
Well,
ear.
the best bass seat's going to be the corner back there.
Oh, well, yes.
The corner is always the best seat for bass.
That's where you're closest to it. You got that load-bearing wall. Everything's pressured.
That whole corner effect with bass. Bass loves corners.
Absolutely. But at least this way, I'm giving every person who's writing an enjoyable sound no matter where they're sitting. That's the power of the DSP. That way I can do phase shift. I can do delay. I can do time alignment.
It's kind of like this is kind of like doing a movie theater, because the movie theaters have the same problem
Correct.
on a much larger scale.
Now, if you want to see the real magic of phase shift and time alignment, I know it costs a little bit of money. Go down, take yourself to Florida. Go to downtown Disney, not Disney World,
Downtown Disney.
Go walk around. They got speakers out there. You're going to listen to it. The volume never gets louder. It never gets softer. It's all the same ambient, and it makes you feel fantastic.
Yep.
Now you go anywhere else, theme park wise, man, it's really loud and then it's really soft. And now I'm kind of like, no, I don't have an ambience feeling. I'm kind of like on the outskirts.
Right.
That's phase shift. They had somebody go around the entire park with a mic.
Yep.
Phase shift everything to where the sound is an ambient sound that is level throughout the entire park. Doesn't matter whether you get closer or further away.
Right.
It's all the exact same. That's the power of a DSP. Time alignment,
Hey,
phase shift.
really good sound engineering.
Oh my God.
Like
Nerdy.
epically awesome, amazing, godlike sound engineering.
Having the DSP is
Let's not
just a portion.
let's not give too much credit to the tool.
But
Let's make sure we give a whole lot of credit to the guy using the tool.
Correct.
Because a screwdriver is a screwdriver unless it's in an artisan's hand.
Yeah, and then, it's a chest for
Yeah, exactly.
It probably why Snap-on
The
does.
tool is awesome, but you have to be able to use it.
Yeah. So having the knowledge to use it is the bigger part.
It is.
So, and it's
Especially when you're trying to sound image a giant venue with non-stationary listeners that are all over the place. That is
and then you got
that is the
12
most
speakers.
difficult.
Every speaker is here. Oh, wow, you got a freaking full array.
A line array, yeah.
Now, well, this is no longer on this plane. That's actually about 37 degrees out of phase from this speaker to this speaker. But this speaker is 90 degrees.
The more chaos there are in listening positions, the more difficult it is to make any of them sound really good.
Yeah.
So you're working on a very small scale version of this type of a situation.
Small scale version, but still high dollar.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I get it.
it may not look like a whole lot.
Oh, no.
I know this van is what, a little over $250,000 van, which is absolutely insane. But
You know how much effort goes into tuning one seat in an SQ vehicle? Now, you know how much more effort that goes into tuning 2 seats in that vehicle? Now imagine you're tuning
all these seats.
all of these seats. Yeah.
I mean, you know me. You saw my Golf.
Oh, I know.
I tinker with it, and I tinker with it to get better, but I spent days upon days upon days of tuning. And like the last day I had the car, I spent 8.5 hours tuning the thing.
Yeah.
Tuning it.
And didn't get to listen to it.
Oh, everybody else got to listen to it. I don't think you got to listen to it.
I didn't.
But I had Carmil, I had Caleb, I had
Yeah.
Aaron, I had everybody else here at the shop listened to it, and they all loved it. And honest to God, like, I felt really good about it. I felt like it was the best tune I ever did after listening to a couple songs just to make sure. But also I had ear fatigue.
Right.
After 8
Yeah, you
hours
didn't get a chance to rest and come back at it.
to really listen to it.
Yeah.
Left here, not even 2 minutes after I left here, just gone, car's totaled, lost 65,000. But gave me an excuse to go do it again in another car and do it better.
Yep. There's that. There's positive.
The bright side.
Always find the positive in everything because there is a positive in there somewhere. Sometimes it's buried very, very deep under a whole lot of things, but it's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere. You got to look at the good, because if you don't look at the good and you look at the bad, no matter what it is, whether you're doing this, working over here, working for industry, welding, whatever, even your life aspect at home, if you look at the negative all the time and you don't decide to learn, well, if you don't learn from the situation, you're going to be bitter.
Yeah.
I'd rather piss and moan and complain for, 5-10 minutes, whatever, get it out of your system.
Yeah.
And learn from it. How can I be better? Because then I can be happy. It's easier said than done.
You know that statement, you are what you eat? It applies in this situation too.
It does.
If you eat negativity, you are negative.
That is 100% true. And like I said, easier said than done, but doing it is 100% worth it.
Yep.